So I decided that I can actually make series on my channel. And I guess that's what I'm going to do. With Webtoon specifically, I think I can divide them into two ways. I guess I can do like reviews of the current Webtoons that I'm reading right now. And also I can do a series called Discover, which is me reviewing certain Webtoons that I found on Discover. Because I do read the Discover when I have time. And honestly, the Webtoons there are pretty good. The ones that they feature on their Discover, and even the ones that they've been featuring lately, like those are really good. Like I've already talked about Outside the Box, which I think is an amazing Webtoon that needs to get off Discover. If you haven't watched that video, I'll leave a link in the description below. But also, there is another Webtoon that I have just started reading. I've only read 3 chapters, but from what I read so far, it's pretty awesome, enough for me to make a video. The name of the Webtoon is called Diamond by Yukako. And there are many things that I need to say about this Webtoon off the bat. So what is Diamond about exactly? Well, if you just look on the website, and I'll leave a link in the description below, it just states this is the story of our fragile love. Contains BL. So if you're not a fan of BL, if you don't know what that is, that's like boy love romance. So if you're not a big fan of that, I wouldn't advise you to read this Webtoon. But if it doesn't matter to you, I think it's a great read so far. So I've only read the 3 chapters, so I'm gonna just give you my synopsis based on the 3 chapters. So it starts off with our main character, whose by the name is Shizuru-san, or Shizuru. And apparently his mom died, and he's working at this bar, and I believe he's underage as well. One day, there was a girl who was being hit on by this crazy guy, and they save her, and apparently this girl goes to the same school as them. And I guess the story is gonna go from there. When I read more, I'll have a much better analysis on it. But that was the story from the 3 chapters so far. What I really like about the story so far is how it sets itself up, because again, I don't know what's going on with this Webtoon so far, but I like the way it's going, because again, it's that mystery that keeps me going. It's the mystery that wants me to keep reading this Webtoon over and over and over. Another thing that, and of course you know I would like it, is the Japanese aspect of the Webtoon. I'm a big fan. I'm such a nerd for you know, like Japanese culture, Japanese anime. I'm such a heavy like geek about it. That's why I studied Japanese for 6 years. And the fact that it has that aspect, because I think the person who made the Webtoon is Japanese, or they may have just are using the feel. I'm not too sure about that. Don't quote me on that. But I do like how it incorporates that Japanese style into its work, which again, I do respect, because that's something that I like to do in my work as well, incorporate this Japanese style. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say about this. I think it's a good read so far. I will continue reading it, so when I catch up to the Webtoon, I'll be sure to leave a better review in part 2. But that's going to be it on this video that I watched on Discover. If you are curious about it, watching this video, I'll leave a link in the description below where you can go read it. If you like this video, make sure you leave a like and a subscribe. And if you know any other Webtoons that are on Discover that you've been liking, let me know, and I'll try to read them the best I can. With that being said, thank you for watching, listening, and have a good night.